Hello, this is Dan Williams. I'm Elite Home Care right here in San Diego, and it just seemed like time to sit down and tell you a little bit about my family so that you'll know better about who we are as a business. And really, being in the senior field started with my mom and dad. My dad got dementia, he's passed away now, but just watching him go through it and being part of the care team was really tough. I mean, my brother stepped up right away and he said, hey, listen, I got this. I'll take care of him at home at night. Oh gosh, but after about 3 weeks, he called me and he said, Danny, I can't do it. I'm done. And that was tough for us, but we understood. I mean, because basically what happens is when they had to go to the bathroom, it was like 3 phases. Just getting there was 10 to 15 minutes. Being in the bathroom, 10 to 15 minutes, and then 10 to 15 minutes get back to bed. So doing that 2 or 3 times in the night, he said, I'm missing 3 or 4 hours of sleep. I can't work. I'm a mess. We got to get some help. And that's when we started looking at the industry and what the family needs. And that's kind of what you're going to need to do as well with your family, is you're going to need to just take a look on it, put things on hold and go, listen, what does our family need? Plus, you know, my parents were very strong, a lot of dignity and honor, and they said, we're not leaving this house unless we're on a gurney. I mean, they all their life, they wanted the 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with the picket fence. That was really the goal. And so for them, they didn't want to leave. They were going to die in that house. That's what they wanted. It was dignity, it was honor. So that's where we started looking at in-home care. And the options really are, is one, you can take your parents or your loved one to a facility. We've looked at it, we've tried for it. Home was better fit for us because when you go to a facility, it's not one-on-one. It's could be 17, 1-on-6. It's just a different type of thing. It's when you're home and you have someone come into your home, it's just family style. So again, it goes back to the dignity and honor that our parents, you know, we really felt like they deserved it. They came from a little tiny farm and ended up having a home in San Diego, or actually Pasadena. That's where we're from. But so anyways, end times, you know, with a family and having it time at home, that's just powerful. I mean, it just felt strong. Love the family. Gosh, our home, our real home safe. The thing we had to do right away is we had to make it safe. We had to get some bars in the bathrooms. We had to get mats so that they wouldn't fall. One time my dad fell and he grabbed my mom because they were always together. They were married for almost 70 years, but they fell together. Well, mom's, you know, she couldn't get back up. Luckily, they fell apart. If they'd fallen together and his leg was over, she wouldn't be able to get up. So we had to do some assessments, get great lighting, get some emergency response. My mom had a little tab there if she couldn't get up or she couldn't get around. So once we got that going, it really helped. And that's an assessment I want to share with you so that you can prepare your family and your home for the next step. Well, it's good to have you back. Now I'm back at my desk at the office, and we're going to take a look at a couple areas that are important. And the main one is assessment. We want to know where your family member is as far as a diagnosis, have they had falls, just their personality and behavior. It's so important because we want a good match. We want a social situation also. You know, do they have friends still? My mom at 94 doesn't really have a lot of friends because she's outlived them. But I mean, that's a beautiful thing for mom, but it also means we need to keep her engaged. And then there's a lot of different areas that we got to look at. One of them is hearing. Do they need hearing aids? Speech? Are they coherent enough to speak? Vision? A lot of them are blind or going too blind. Do they need a walker? Do they need a wheelchair? Gosh, are they sleeping properly? There's the thing with dementia, it's called sundowners. And as soon as the sun goes down, they're up and they're out and they're going. So we really need to know that. How about pets? Do they have a loved one, like a pet that can come and give them some time? Appointments and and driving. Most of them, thank goodness, are off the road, but if not, and if they can, I think it's wonderful. So that it's just, finding out where the line is so that you can do the right thing. The next part of the assessment is kind of just about the home. One of my favorite times is their nap times. It's good to know in advance that around 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock, whenever it is, they take a nap. Because sometimes their nap time is 6 p.m., but that means they're up at 11 or 12 when the family's ready to go to bed. So then we work on moving that and doing what's best for your loved one. Meds, hydration. I mean, it's amazing, but seniors need lots of water. It's so good for all of their interior systems, and it's good for their skin, but we gotta keep them hydrated. And activities, that's a fun part. You never know what's gonna put a sparkle back in their eye. One of the things we try to do is from time to time puzzles. And you got to use the big puzzles. You can't use the little ones, but it's kind of like you go down to when the kids were real little and you have these big pieces. Those are the type of puzzles they like. Pictures, if you have albums, which a lot of families did back in the day before the electronics, and just bring out a picture album and talk to them about it and say, who was this? Oh, that was my Aunt Fred. And they will remember so much by seeing it, who their cousins were, who their aunts were, who there's granddad, all those different things. And it's just so good. It gets their thought process going. Another thing that is a fun thing is we give them a blank slate of paper and some different crayons, and we draw a flower or a horse or any kind of thing that they like, their favorite chair, those type of things. But it gets them inactive. It gets them activities. Chair aerobics, movements and blood flow. Just raising up their arms, all the different things, moving fingers, rolling their head a little bit. Those type of things are amazing aerobics that can get the blood flow and get the sparkle back in their eye. If they can, take them on walks, even if it's in the wheelchair or the walker, the garden and the patio. It doesn't have to be big. It can be 10 feet one way or the other. Stay in the shade, especially in San Diego, but go out and get them outdoors, breath of fresh air. It really is. It's amazing. Is it ready for a senior? Do you have a shower head that hands that you can pick up and wash like this? Stairs. Do they have 2 flights of stairs, 1 flight of stairs, or just 2 little stairs? That makes a big difference when they're alone at home. Grab bars for the shower, for the toilet, those type of things. Just makes each little step easier and smoother. Do you have gloves and masks at home? If we send in caregivers and they got to wipe up somebody's poop, they need masks, they need gloves just for hygiene. The family members should be using that too. Just gloves if you're asked in. Now, if they can go to the bathroom on their own, then fine, that's all good. It's not a big worry, it's just something to be aware of. Skid mats, especially in the shower, just thin rubber mats so that they don't slip and fall. A shower chair is always recommended so that when they get in the shower, they can sit down and enjoy the warm water, the thing coming out of the shower head. It's wonderful. And refrigerator, is it stocked? Is it something that they can do? Can they cut? My mom can hold a fork, but she can't cut with a knife. And that's something that's real important because she can't prep food, so then it's canned food, and that doesn't work for us. We want her to have healthy meals. Valuables, are they secured? There's no reason to have a bunch of money or jewelry out. Just put it away, and then everybody's safe and nobody's worried. Do they have a driver? Do they have somebody that can take them to the doctor's appointments, to the grocery store, to the pharmacy, to get their hair done? Any of those type of things. Those outings, it can be monumental for them. It could be their favorite thing to do in the week. Groceries. Sometimes they'll go to groceries and et cetera, but that can be done by the caregiver. If you want to give them a list, they can bring it down, and then you guys share the payment, that kind of thing. But it's a family style deal. not just having them with Campbell's soup and frozen foods. We want them to have fresh groceries. Let's just do it right. Fundamentals really is family and friends. I mean, if you can get family to visit, friends to visit, or get them on a text, a family text, so that everybody throws good stuff on there. We have a family text, and sometimes the grandkids, they get a little surprise at school. So we get to see a couple of pictures of that. Or they go to the zoo on the weekend. We get to see the whole family. It's a really nice thing to help them stay active mentally. And visits. Gosh, nothing can say more. The caregiver really, at this point, as family visits come down because of activities, the caregiver becomes more like family. And that's really the goal. That's the dignity and honor of having the caregiver become like family. And that's our goal. That's why we're a family business. And we'd love to help you any way we can. If it's possible, we'll do a free assessment and take care of you to our best professional ability. Thank you. Dan Williams, 858-232-8457. 858-232-8457, or send me an email, dan@elite-homecare.com. Have a wonderful day, and may God bless you and your family.